Speed Gaming 2. I am your host, Admiral Tryhard, joined by Luffy, who's also double timing, doing some tracking along with Fellison. Today, we have the final week of the Fall League regular season. We'll find out who makes it to the semifinals at the end of this week. Every race counts, and this week we have black belts.
My favorite. I love a black belt. I love a good black belt. I love it.
Sure you do.
Let's talk about this black belt a little bit, though, right? I mean,
okay. This black belt, he's packing.
So you can see forced black belt none. That's not a mistake. That's kind of what we have to do. We got mages and shops. They're actually really good. We'll talk about that in a second too. Yeah. But this black belt plus 20% hit, and like red mage armor is pretty cool too. But I mean, let's go 20% hit. I mean, we'll see the mythical 12 hits if someone feels like going to 50.
Dude, you can hit level 50 in the seed by accident, it feels like.
You're right.
Like, when I did my race earlier this week, we just got, like, I purposefully hit 3 fights. Like, I purposely took 3 tile fights, and that was because I was about to take on Carry. But besides that, we've got EXP on Game Over. Shops literally cost 0, but there's hardly any shops besides level 1.
Yeah, level 1's the only thing guaranteed here. So we'll get some level 1 magic, and let's talk real quick about what we might see. So, mages and shops. We saw something looking at the blessings here that's just really good. Tell us about that white mage.
So, white mage haters, fizzle beef. You're gonna want a white mage. It has nuke.
Yeah, right off the get. Like, so we're talking, like, you brought up, like, I just take 3 of them, and I think you're right. If they're there, let's just take 3 of them. Why not?
Yeah. So, to repeat that for Domino, yes, the blursings are just ways that classes are slightly tweaked and balanced. They're given random bonuses, random malices. So the black belt, he gets hit % faster, so he hits more sooner. And the white mage has nuke and thief swords. So wait a minute, this white mage is actually just a ninja.
Yeah, I mean, really good. So what if we just take 3 white mages and we find Fade level 1? Like, it's just the seed that is so easy is just even easier. It'd be pretty incredible.
Extra hit %, you don't even need to take your black belt to a high level. You could have like a level 27 black belt and a bunch of nuke and fade casters.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Like, Fellison saying, damn the black belt. All right, you could do that, and that would work for, 90% of the seed, but Chaos is going to have something to say about that at the end. The scaling is jacked up pretty high here with the bosses at the end, right?
I wouldn't say like unreasonably high, but it's high enough with the black belt. I think the black belt gets additional EXP as well.
Yeah,
the seed is you have a black belt.
Yeah, it's the HP that's jacked up. We got 300% HP on the bosses clamped, so we're gonna see at minimum 200% HP on these bosses, and for certainly closer to 300. I've seen several times in practices.
Yeah, if it's always the bigger number. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, so yes, save on Game Over. That you keep your EXP, so you can literally just die. You can die. Your party is all brought back up to full, and you keep your EXP. So taking a bunch of mages and just taking white mages, spamming nuke, and then letting them die. It's so good.
Yeah, and we got B-side encounters on tiles, so pretty spicy. We can find the triple I, we can find, the water nagas, we can find the Gershark big eyes, the mythical purple worms are out there. There's a lot of things we can see or not see. The seed might decide to get kind of rude and kind of make these guys work with it. But like, to your point, 20% hit on this black belt. We don't need to go to 50. We might do it for the memes tonight because why not?
There's so much EXP that it might just happen by accident. Someone has a 12 punch black belt.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a practice where I had the same thing, and I found the Gershark Big Eyes. I was level 24. I took it to 50 in literally 7 fights. So it's not going to take very long. If we see it, we're going to do it. Should be kicking off in just a minute here. We dropped the gate about 10 minutes ago, so.
And you see people's timers starting.
Yeah, we got the countdown coming. Thank you, Oslodo and ADR.
4, 3, 2, 1,
hey,
and
let's go.
Roughly at the same time. That's a sea shrine immediately in Canaria Castle.
Ooh.
Kraken's right there, ripe for the taking.
Black mage there in the tavern. No white mage, so a little bit of a bummer, but it's fine.
But hear me out. Brack.
yeah. Lit 3 fast, ice 3. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah,
good.
fast.
Pretty good. So we were talking 12 hits. I mean, I'll see your 12 hits and I'll raise you 24.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is actually a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see it.
Oh, the silver armor is in the Canaria shop, so it's actually relevant.
It is. This is pretty good. You might not find any bracelets, or anything that these mages can wear. And the black belt with that red mage armor, it'll be useless once we hit the 20s. But for early game absorb, it's great.
Yeah. And there's no reason not to just head bash your way into Sea Shrine because you save on game over. You don't have to remake your party.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't ask for any other better AoE there at level 1 unless we're getting Nuke. Because, Lit 3, Ice 3, we got everything covered in there for any kind of weaknesses or resistances. So it's pretty good. And a Thor Hammer, too, because we get an AoE caster to start.
Yeah, you just get everything. Oh, and there's our Cardia incentive, the Canal.
Okay.
Oslodo has made it all the way to Mermaids.
That must have been a pretty good hero run there.
Yeah. So you see any gold chest has 0 gold, and it's just funny.
And we are doing shards, as you may have just seen, Shard hunt. I'm not sure how many exactly. It's random. Let's see if I can check that for us real quick.
Between 24 and 32, I believe.
Yes.
So pretty high shard count. But Oslodo finds an EXP chest in the Merm. 2 EXP chests. Those early levels are the biggest part of getting a black belt online.
Definitely. Ooh, the seed is kind. Only 25 shards needed. That's on the low side.
Yeah, so the seed with generous EXP scaling on the black belt. 4 EXP chests in the Mermaid's Shrine alone.
We can just go do Kraken if we want with Fast now. Like, we could literally do that at 5 minutes.
Yeah, you straight up could, because you want to know the other thing that you can do? You can just... Oslodo went straight to the Mermaids and he's backtracking outwards.
Okay, well, I mean, like you said, save on game over. There's 0 risk here. It's
although
fine.
If I was Oslodo, I would Lit 3 the Sahag pack.
Why not? He might be trying to take the death intentionally here. That's a evasive black mage. What?
Yes, the black mage has an additional agility in its blur.
Oh, it does. Look at that. See, I missed that. It does. Plus 25 agility and plus something MDef. I'm not sure how much.
Yeah. So agility is just really good. That's the reason why the Thief has become so dang good. I'd say is when the buffed agility came out for the Thief, he just became a tank.
Yeah, definitely.
He got uncanny dodge every turn.
Yeah, not the worst idea to throw one of these black mages in slot 1 here for, the ability to maybe take a miss here and there.
Remember, black mages start out with high luck and with the blur sync, they start with high agility as well. Yeah. They're straight up a thief right now that you can stick them in the front.
Yeah, you could certainly do that and get away with it. Provoke-a-found. I said I was going to keep track of entrances. I'm not doing that. So I'm sorry. I'll try to keep up from now on.
You can do better, Luffy.
I'm sorry. I forgot I said I was going to do that. I was enthralled by what we have seen so far.
Come on, you gotta work for the point that Danny would let you get.
Yeah, you're right. So somewhat of a question there in the chat from Will Cleosis. Yes, so save on game over. What we did was, well, not we, what our devs did is they now have like what's a pseudo Dragon Warrior mode where like you save on game over, where when you die, you do not lose anything that happened up to that point. So for some veterans, it can be difficult to not mash reset or hard reset. And you got to really pay attention to that in these flags, because you take a death, you're going to keep everything you did. You know, the black belt is always one of those tricky melee where like you'd never want to lose a grind. There's zero risk of that here. You know, you just take the L and you go back in at whatever level you were.
Yeah, this is even better than Dragon Warrior because you're just not dealing with the consequences of game over, because you start right where you last saved, and you get to run through the dungeon without anything instead of going all the way back to the castle that you started. I don't know, Dragon Warrior.
Yeah. I don't know why a Dragon Warrior mode popped into my head. Like I don't know. I was trying to overcomplicate it. It's a good thing.
Yeah, Dragon Warrior people, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah. There's no gold penalty here though. We do have that in the randomizer though, where we have actual Dragon Warrior mode. We'll warp it back to Canaria Castle, and you will lose half your gold. And we had a race like that in some tournament. Maybe it was Fall League last year, and it had some sad consequences every now and again when you really needed gold.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just broke.
Yep. But we don't need gold this week. Everything's free. So it's fine.
Literally everything's free.
Mm-hmm.
Like even houses are free.
Yep. Just buy 99 of them. Why not?
I'd probably stop at 40 just for the better time not mashing. So, it seems that Woo Bear has decided on taking the 3 black mages, just having those sweepers from the get-go.
Yeah, it's going to feel real comfortable, too, getting into Mermaids down here and picking up all these XP chests that everybody already grabbed, so he's going to be well off. He might go do Kraken for those 4 shards.
Yeah, on the downside, though, the black belt's not going to have as much punchy power.
True, but you know the black belt does have, what's the scaling on that one particularly? 250%. So that black belt is getting 2.5 times XP on everything that they pick up or every XP they get. So it will not be as fast as we would like, but it may be fast enough to make it work.
Yeah, but at the same time, Kraken can always do Kraken things. But at the same time, people forget that Kraken's actually weak to lightning damage, and Lit 3 was the spell that was available.
Yep. So if you can get one fast off onto that black belt, put him in slot 3 or 4, and just try to spam some Lit 3s and get lucky, you can maybe get through that fight.
Yeah, it is very legitimate strategy.
Yeah, and the 4 shards are nice, especially like if you only need 25. I'm really trying to think in my head right here, like, what am I looking for? Like, I want to see this dungeon here for the 4 shards, and I want to see Sky for the 4 shards guaranteed also. And they're also very chest dense.
Yeah, Volcano is another one I'd love to see.
Mm-hmm.
What I'd like, really the big ones that you want to see are your transportate. Like, you're looking for the key items that let you get more things. Mm-hmm. So that's transportation, that's the rod, that's the chime, the cube, and then key and loot. Mm-hmm. Everything else, kind of don't care about.
Yeah, and non-zero chance this is going to turn into a bit of a loot hunt at some point. Like, we may have our shards in a fairly timely fashion and be trying to track down that loot at the end of a fetch chain somewhere. So hopefully we get some early movement to help with that.
Heads up play from Oslodo, checking the shop and Provoker, finding the Adamant.
Yep, that's pretty good.
And those who have been exploring Sea Shrine have definitely seen the Oxy Ale, because that was in Greed Room. Yeah, the consequence of having that black belt up in the first slot, which I'm surprised people are keeping the black belt in the first slot with this agility buff.
Yeah. Maybe Wu's trying to take he's just trying to take the death warp here, but yeah. I think we should. I think you should put him up there. It would really help.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. You find the Oxyel in the Stee Shrine. How did you get there?
Hopes and dreams. I just hear the Sonic breath music playing, or the Echo the Dolphin breath music playing in my head.
Don't worry. Osloto's had it taken care of because we are sponsored by Bubble Soda Company.
Correct. Yes.
Always carbonated.
Yes. Never flat, always carbonated. Yes.
Yeah. So here's the secret. The Oxyel is actually just bubble soda, but it's quote unquote carbonated with oxygen, so you can breathe under. All right, investors. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, that's good. I like that. We're not peeking at the spike tiles in that room. It repeats in this room on the bottom. There's 2 unique tiles here. Ghouls and Geist, no thank you.
Ghouls, Geists, ghosts, goblins, it's all the same.
That is a whole room full of undead rudeness. Yuck.
Though I am curious, Darkmoon is going for it. Kraken awaits.
Why not? And this is 100% faster than trying to walk out either way. So why not?
Yeah, just a bunch of lit 3 and a bunch of punching.
Yeah. Woobear running into some spooky ghosts that are about to send him packing. No, with poison touch too, just to add insult to injury.
I mean, who cares? You save.
Yep.
At this point, if an enemy's gonna kill me fast. You can kill me with nuke, kill me with thunder. I don't care.
Level 23 on this black belt for Darkmoon. He's doing 6 hits easy now. He's probably close to 8 hits almost, actually, if he gets to 25, I think, or 26 here before the boss.
He's taking them by using the Thor hammer to just get that little bit of extra damage. It's actually really nice. The Thor hammer, especially being what you start with.
Yeah, they made Sea Shrine here at that first entrance we saw, like you said, just really enticing almost.
Big eyes. And with the good EXP you found earlier, suddenly that's a bunch of EXP 20s. ADR just chancing upon a big eye, that's just... It's just too good.
Hey, there's the ship from the sages over there. Confused old men, off their medication, walking around, but at least they're in a nice little field together.
Alright, fasted black belt. Not a single crit despite the vanilla crit rate on.
Oh, this is... turn order?
No.
Nah.
It wasn't enough.
Yeah, that's Kraken, like you said, doing some Kraken things.
Sometimes you just come across a wall.
Yeah, sometimes. Kraken is as Kraken does.
Yeah, see, in the previous seeds, I had the joy of being kicked out of the overworld. Because I must have been Osloto that rolled the seed, but I got hit with Blaze Wolves.
It's always so nasty when you see, like you said, Blaze Wolves or something with Lit 3 or whatever early, but at least it was Blaze Wolves and not something that was going to be in the way later. But it's definitely frustrating early on.
Kind of curious about ADR. A level 28 black belt. Ooh.
That's got 8 hits for sure.
I think he's purposefully taking on every encounter on his way to Kraken because it's just the black belt up.
Yeah, why not,
Alright, he's gonna give it a test swing. 7 hits 287. Kraken hits hard.
We're not getting there again.
Oh, Ink.
Well,
Okay, no crits. Yeah, unlucky.
yeah. Well, we can come back for those 4 shards if we really want to later, but there's a lot more out there in the world for us to go find.
Still, it was a valiant attempt to take on Kraken so early.
Ooh, Temple of Fiends found. Where's that? I definitely want to know where that is. I will make note of that one.
Temple of Fiends is blocked by Bats Avenue.
Melman, thank you. I thought so. Felson, our other tracker tonight, doing a lot more work than I am. I'm just trying to keep up.
What do you mean trying to keep up? Your team keeps winning.
We're okay. We got a pretty good team. We're okay. Titan West there at Earth Cave. We will see a wormhole. Not sure how useful, but we'll see one.
Actually, I kind of like seeing the... That's a Bane sword. That's kind of funny.
I think we have Lefane there at Titan East as well, because I saw Woobear in Lefane, and then all of a sudden he was down there at Titan as well.
Just... When you see Lefane, you just leave.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just like, I don't want to see Lefane.
Onrak spotted.
A red mage. Oh, I think Woobear's looking for that white mage.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Someone looked at the blessings ahead of the sea, just like we did.
Alright, we got Dwarf Cave at Onrak.
So that adamant turn-in's going to turn into something. Do we have some lazy dwarves? No.
Crystal, okay.
Have we seen Matoya? No.
I don't think so. I don't remember seeing her.
Well, if Woobear wanted to see Matoya, Woobear would probably just instantly go there.
Okay. Oh, it wasn't at Dwarf. Okay, hang on. Dwarf Cave is not on rack. Dwarf Cave is double bot. And then the double top is a dead end.
No, Dwarf Cave is on rack dungeon.
On rack dungeon at double bot. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Yes. You're wrong, but you're right.
Hey, I'm just trying to be consistent and making sure I make the correct mistakes for you to be able to correct me.
Oh, hey, look. Instant slab in Mirage 1.
We have seen both Melman and Lefane, so we can turn that in, and that's probably a pretty good idea.
Don't we have shuffled NPCs in this week?
We do, so here's hoping that they're not. They don't have to be.
Yeah, I've seen... let's see. We've already been in Bahamut's cave. I don't remember if Bahamut was actually there, if it was someone like the elf advisor.
The Chancellor? The Chancellor, is that what he is?
I don't know Final Fantasy lore, man. I just play the game and Black Belt go burr. I stopped paying attention to the game lore when I beat it the first time when I was like 10.
Ooh, another dead end there at Elflin Castle? It's both dead ends found.
Alright, well, might as well check the Mirage area.
Yep. You might be wondering why, if you know the game, but we have shuffled chime access, so this is something we can maybe probably do. And we can. And I guess... Oh!
Dr. Oon.
Ooh. Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's spicy. That's spicy. Let's hope that doesn't turn into the defense sword and something interesting. I like that quite a bit.
Is Woobear giga-brained, or is Woobear going to be throwing? That we never know. I mean, it's not that risky of play. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, I might be able to do something here. It doesn't take that much time to check. Actually, I was loaded deciding to just nope out and save the extra time walking.
Interesting.
I mean, if Oslodo finds the herb and the Chancellor, then Oslodo would be saving time over Woobear.
Yeah. True.
So
True.
it depends on what you find first. Do you find Lefane or do you find the Chancellor? Oh, Lefane's in Titan's East.
We did find Lefane, yeah. So we're going to turn that in right away. Woo really wants to see a canoe here for sure. I think second thing you'd like to see here is, you know, maybe the loot, so you don't have to track that down. Canoe would be big though.
Canoe would be huge.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is gonna be huge.
Moment of truth.
What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be?
Okay.
Tora's Lodo.
Oh boy.
That's the other thing that makes that play valid.
Yeah. So Wu went from, you know, maybe losing, you know, 30, 40 seconds a minute, depending on what happens, to probably gaining quite a bit of time here.
Ooh, that's like maybe the herb turn-in doesn't turn into anything though.
It doesn't mean it has to be. You're right. We'll find out. Is this the Chancellor? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Wu's all in on this trade quest.
All right. This is going to be big, or this is going to be really bad.
Because if this turns into nothing, then we're probably gonna laugh a little bit. But if it turns into something big, like at this point, like, yeah, Wu's team, your team, you're on Wu's team. You're probably making it. You're most definitely at least making it to the semifinals, if not winning right now. So I can laugh a little bit.
I'm really hoping this is the canoe here for Wu's sake, but we're running out of things we can really do. So this probably is something that is helpful at this point. We haven't seen any of our other runners pick up something that would have been like, ooh, you know, that's important. So this feels like it's going to be necessary.
Yeah, I don't know what else it could possibly be.
Ale, don't you put that evil on my teammate, bud.
Come on, Q.
Leave it as Cuber. I like that a lot better. Come on, Cuber.
Okay.
No, moment of truth here.
Oh.
Come on. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Woo's.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Woobear's in the lead.
Yeah.
Shocking.
That really had to be helpful though. Like, even if that's not the canoe, that's TNT to canoe probably. You know, that really was going to probably be something. We're running out of entrances here.
Let's. Yep. You have the ship, you have the canal, you have the canoe. You can do almost everything, but we're still looking for the floater.
We are. I mean, I would maybe hightail it to. I mean, I guess Volcano and Ice are a play. I would think maybe Ordeals or Waterfall here, just for me to be, you know, continue being different. But I mean, let's just find out where anything is at this point. That was a really long fetch chain that turned into some really good stuff.
At this point, Woobear must be feeling like a genius right now.
It definitely feels good. Like, you know, we're gonna hear that in our group chat later. Probably would just like, did you see that fetch chain? Like, yeah, we saw it. Oh, dude, guess what we also saw? We saw that chime bonk.
To be fair, how are you gonna know that?
You're not. Let me make sure I label that in caps as chime for Volcano.
Chime-cano?
Yeah. Chanigan in chat as well. Hello, Chanigan. Rubes.
your whole team's just there, you know.
Again, we do miss you. Woo Bear is doing a fantastic job representing, you though. I know life happened, and I'm happy that you're still around, bud. And the legend Will Cleosis as well in chat, yes.
See, and there's Pickles and beer,
And Pickles is pretty good.
Yeah, it's it's a pretty safe statement. Yeah, over the years, FFR has gotten so many like runners who are capable of winning it all.
Yeah.
Like some games, you feel like they're kind of luck heavy, but with FFR, I definitely feel like the runners are just at that caliber where, like, if they win and you saw it, they're like, yeah, okay, yeah, I totally believe that guy's really good.
Yeah, there's a lot of really quality runners in this community, and we run a great duckling program here. Saracen does an amazing job. Dark Moon helps out a lot. I try to help where I can. We love to teach people how to beat us, is what we say. So just come on and hang out, and you can be the next Pickles and Beer, you can be the next Woo Bear, getting that canoe on stream and looking giga-brained.
Yeah. FFR does really lead to those giga brain moments, but that's kind of how randomizers feel. You make a play, you feel smart.
Speaking of giga brain, Oslodo, I think coming across sandwiches there. Not sure if it's off a hard reset or not. All right, Oslodo getting the canoe as well. He followed the chain, but he's about 4 or 5 minutes or so behind Woo Bear with that canoe, but that's got to feel good for Oslodo also.
Yeah, except if I'm Oslodo, I'm like, I reset out of this earlier. So I don't know how good that feels. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just a pessimist and need therapy, but
wrong worm tile here on the Agama floor. We don't want any of that.
Yeah. Dang boneless wings.
Yeah.
See, the real wings. All right, chat. It's flats, right?
Yes, we had this discussion last week, you and I.
Yeah,
it is 100% flats.
Chat. We had the discussion, but we didn't ask chat for input. Yeah, see, Chanigan, you're wrong.
Chanigan, that's why we kicked you out this year. No, it is not. The drums are good. When it comes to a wing...
Hey, at least it isn't boneless, yeah.
Yes. When it comes to a wing, there's really... they're all quality. Wings are some of the best food out there. Bar food, just hanging out food. It's just a great snack. You can't go wrong with drums, but flats are superior. Oh, soft numb too, please.
Alright. Yeah, see, if you give me drum, I won't complain.
Yeah.
But deep down,
flats are where it's at.
Alright, King and Princess giving Chime and Cube that we missed because we're talking about chicken.
Yeah, we missed that one. Thank you, chat.
No, that was Felly that gave us the notes.
I see it. Well, both chats. Fellison did, and then Domino in the chat also said something. So, shout out to both of them.
Oh, I missed that one. I just looked down in our actual notes.
All right, we got some EXPs here on a tile.
They're a little bulky, though. They're resisting these ice 3s.
Yeah, they got somewhere north of 300 HP, which is not ideal.
But hey, that's a Giga Brave move when your melee character picked the right method to hit.
That's true. Flame armor doesn't really help out. We can sit on these if we want to. It's not the worst grind. They'll be about 15k on a solo black belt. Their morale should be fine as long as these mages go down pretty quickly. We won't have to worry about them running. So this is fine. This will do the job.
Will that agility come back to bite this strategy though?
We'll see. Not the worst place in the world here to be in Volcano though, to damage them down if you need to.
Or you just say it's good enough and just fast the black belt kill carry.
Yeah, that's true. Also, you can just go and kill Carrot real quick and then just come back here. That is also a thing.
Ooh, their morale is breaking.
Oh.
None of it is. Because Deads and Nuns do not gain EXP in this flag set.
Mm-hmm. Delson, I appreciate that. I'm trying to keep up. Yes, listen to Rubes. Make me earn that point. I really, I told Danny we don't need it. I don't need the point. I just wanted to help out, so then people didn't have to feel the burden. I don't mind helping.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough to keep track of 4 runners when we got entrance shuffle on.
I'm only got to keep track of 2. You know, Fellison's the one keeping track of 4 right now.
All right, these black mages are starting to go down. So these XPs are gonna be used. They have sleep touch. Wait a minute.
It's a little rude, but it's probably fine.
It could slow down the grind. That's
for sure. It can. All right, so 12,000 for 3 of them. So yeah, this would be about 15,000 for a solo black belt here. So he's got to be 31-ish by now. So
yeah, this fight will take him either to 31 or 32.
Yeah. There's those sandwiches again in the desert. Dark Moon gonna have a little bite.
God, I love sandwiches so much.
Yep. 32.
Sandwiches are just a goat. See, this... I'm pretty sure this is why FFR became a food channel, because we're just sitting here watching black belts grind, and we're just hungry.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. We got some steak going on Dark Moon's side. There's the wings, so, you know, more food talk, sandwiches. If you come to FFR, you're coming here for the quality of the play, because shout out to our amazing runners for doing what they're doing and putting on quite a show, but you're also here for the food talk, because, I mean, everybody's got to eat.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, we just have a bunch of people that are just really good runners. Like, I don't think there is any runner on screen that you could look at and be like, that guy. No, they're all great here.
So going to 38, took some of the worms. Gonna go kill carry. This will probably be really quick. Pastrami on rye. That is a quality sandwich. Okay, since we're doing sandwich talk here, what is your go-to sandwich?
I like myself a nice ham, pepperoni, salami. I want it on sourdough bread.
Classic Italian. Like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pickles is on my spectrum here. I'm thinking a pastrami or a Reuben, some nice Thousand Island if it's going to be hot, or even cold with coleslaw. I mean, they're both great.
Yeah, see, if I want, like, depending on how I'm feeling, if I want, like, a nice hot sandwich, give me a Cuban sandwich.
Nice. Some good pickles, mustard, nice quality ham. Caleb would be proud of us. Caleb would be very proud. And Fizzle, too. They'll both be very proud of the food talk.
I haven't seen Caleb in a while. I don't remember what he was doing.
He's doing Caleb things.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get our first look here, I think, at the Ordeals entrance by Dark Moon. I don't think we've seen this yet.
Yeah. Yep. Totally agree. Pickles and beer. Cuban, it's just... What I want on a Cuban, though, is like a super dense bread that's toasted really nice.
Yeah. Nice and crispy, nice and some good bite into it, some crunch when you bite in on it.
Not even the crunch, like dense. You know what I mean? Like a really tight crumb.
Ah, yeah. I see what you're saying. Hey, there's Canaria.
Yeah, we've seen Canaria Castle a lot earlier. Osloto's had the chime and cube for a bit.
Well, you could have, told me at any point.
I am pretty sure I did tell you that
You
the
did.
king princess gave chime and Q.
You did, and that's my fault for not, taking the hint. I do appreciate it. I don't know. I'm trying.
I just didn't see that it was at the ordeal's entrance. Oslodo challenging the Tiamat.
Yeah, seven
hits. Oh, a spell happy Tiamat.
It's a less threatening punch than Kraken.
Sometimes you just get Krakened.
Ooh, 7/116. That ain't gonna cut it.
7/661 on the other hand.
That's better, but this is still spooky.
Yeah, keep casting those weak spells, Tia.
Yeah. Wow, she's
Ooh,
thick. Oh, turn order?
Ooh. Very thick.
Yeah. That's thick with 3 C's right there, Tiamat. That was north of what do you think? 22,000? 2,200? Give or take?
See, Shoom's with us. Shoom's with us. He is on the flats train.
Yes, flats, absolutely. Boneless wings are fine. They have a place, but they're not wings. They're kind of like chicken bites.
They're like adult chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Wings are meant to be eaten with your hands. Boneless bites are meant to be eaten with a fork and stuff. It's a different experience.
Yeah.
How many shards? Okay, so 8 shards more for Woobear.
Seeing the rare mythical stat page by accident. Yeah. There's like no reason not to go for Sky if you know it's in a convenient location, because it's 4 shards plus whatever you find in the chests.
Yeah.
And it's a linear path, unlike Sea Shrine, so you don't have to make any guesses about where to go.
Mm-hmm. There's no left path, right path split here. It's very straightforward. There's a couple time-consuming floors, but that's kind of the whole point. 53 boxes here. You'd love to find at least 4 or 5 shards and the boss, because that would be shard go mode for Woobear. But we still got to track down both that loot and the key.
This is turning into a classic Week 4 seed.
Where's
the key? Where's the loot?
Yeah, where's the floater at this point, for that matter?
It's over there.
Yeah, maybe it's sitting behind this chime, perhaps, that Oslodo's going to go turn in?
Oh, that would be... That's so funny if it would be.
Let's see.
Northwest Castle. TNT. Ooh, wait a minute. I think Oslodo... This might be Oslodo's big brain time.
Yeah, he's on to something here. We can't check the spike tiles here in the closet. It's kind of a bummer. But it's fine.
Do you need to check the spike tiles? His black belt's already like level 30 something.
I think I saw 38. I mean, if you go in there and you see 3 eyes, you're level 50 in 2 fights. I mean, I take it if I'm there, but do we need it? Nah, you're right, we don't.
Yeah, Woobear's black belt hitting 42.
Just by, attrition here with 3 mages up, it doesn't matter.
With 3 mages, this black belt's probably going to hit level 50.
Yeah. Ooh,
Bruise Stick, the non-incentive defense item.
Yeah, we like that quite a bit. So, looks like 6 more shards here needed for Woobear. So we need 2 plus Tiamat.
It's like 2 incentives in 1 dungeon.
Right?
Yeah, at this point you're set for Topher, because we have vanilla black belt MDef growth, and you got a level 42 black belt. He's not going to get hit very hard with magic.
You're in a really good spot here. Insta kills are always threatening in their own right, but you got some really good MDef to kind of block them.
Oh, the key from the dwarves.
Okay, we know where Canaria Castle is. I might beeline myself right back there, because we do have an incentive item there.
And shards in their lock chests. 3 shards in their lock chests.
That's pretty good. I've got to check his total next time we see a quick pause. No teleportation magic here. Walking this out feels a little awkward, but whatever.
If only the black belt could punch himself.
Hooray! Alright, so I think that's 6 shards also needed for Osloto. 6 or 5. Not many.
Yeah, it's just too fast to like accurately catch.
Mm-hmm. I think I saw 3 on that 4th line, which would be 3 more plus 2. Or 3 more plus 1. 25 shards. Not
All
many.
right, this is Osloto's make or break. Is he Giga Brained?
About to find out. This feels like it's going to be the floater. Yeah.
There it is.
It kind of had to be.
And a bunch of EXP and a shard in there. Like, he is cruising.
Yeah, that's got to feel pretty good.
Because at that point, I just... Let's see. We've definitely seen Volcano already.
We have.
I'm just trying to think of what... Like, how he can get the... probably ordeals that he's looking for.
Ooh, yeah, we have not seen that. It's floater locked, whatever we need.
Oh, Osloto definitely has the crystal and herb.
Shh.
Sorry, Shoot was asking in chat.
Shoot, if you got time to talk trash, you got time to jump in here and help. Alright, TNT for Woo Bear here. He's on his way. TNT for Dark Moon. Everybody's figuring it out. ADR is probably not far behind. You have me in one ear and your kids. You know you like hearing me in your ear better than your kids, though. So
I don't think people like hearing their kids if they take up their entire ear.
I do not have children. I cannot comment or speculate too much on that, but I'm leaning on your direction. Yeah, the selective hearing by a parent is a thing. Only after 8. Yeah.
See, I don't have children myself, but I'm an older brother, so
yeah. I do have a younger brother and sister, so I feel you.
Yeah, give me another decade. We'll see. We'll see if the kids are there.
Ooh, Sarda. This feels like it's gonna probably be a Zonk though, because we haven't found much of the other garbage. Yeah.
I don't know if. Oh, Osloto did get the air orb, so he probably does have the Roo stick already.
Probably. I can't see him not clearing, that 6-pack room.
Yeah. Let's see. Darkmoon taking red mages.
Interesting. Maybe there was life somewhere that was accessible?
This is why he grabbed magic.
But the magic extractor I use wasn't working.
You know what? I'll give you a pass because tech just breaks when you're around it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I'm sure everyone in chat can talk about that.
I don't think Wu needs any more chest shoot. I think he needs 2 orbs. So no sign of the Vorpal yet. No, Will.
Who can even swing the Vorpal?
The black belt can swing it as he drops it out the window.
I don't think that's swinging it.
Throwing it, then. No other melees available here. We're only seeing punch. And no Vorpal sighting.
People are saying Oods and Shard go mode, so he has enough shards, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think he's either there or needs one. He has them now either way, like, for sure. So. You know what?
Yes. Darkmoon got the red made for the Vorpal. Of course.
Yeah. The Vorpal that we can't swing anyway because we don't have the tail. The tail that has also been removed.
Yeah. A red mage with legendary swords, though.
Does he have that? I didn't check that.
No.
Okay.
Well, I think we were joking about this at the beginning of the week because Maddie didn't want to play with black belts.
Correct. right. Ordeal spotted for Oslodo. Is this our loot? There it is.
Yes, it is.
right.
Oslodo is feeling very smart right now.
Yep, that's pretty big. I don't know where that was. It's floater locked somewhere. I think it's probably one of the Cardias. We'll see as he exits.
So what was I saying? Ordeals with the loot?
Yep, you were. Cardia Grass. Okay.
All right, I accept my payment in wings.
Ooh, waterfall for Woobear here. This is going to be nothing that we need.
Yeah. Let's see. Oslodo is going to... Hey, Volcano. That's a good way to get some shards.
Yeah, I don't know how many more Oz needs. It's either 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah, he's going straight for carry.
It's probably 2 then, yeah.
So yeah, Oslodo is in a really good position all of a sudden.
He is, certainly got to be feeling pretty good. 2-man party is probably fine.
His black belt's like level 42. I think he's fine.
I think he's probably more than fine.
He has the defense sword and the ruse stick. He has fast on the black mage.
Yeah. Dark Moon in Ordeals as well, about to find his loot. And Woobear running into
Earth Cave for the pre-vampire items.
Yeah.
He's not going to be rewarded with that.
No, this isn't going to be anything that we want to see. I mean, you do this if you run into it. You don't walk away from it, so I understand.
Yeah, it's the correct play, but it's also the wrong play.
Yeah, we only know it's wrong.
Yeah. All right, so fast, good turn order goes off, punch comes out, 20 hits, almost 2,000 damage, carries dead in 1 hit.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And that's level 40 on the black belt, not 42. It was the hit percent that made the hit that made me think that.
Yeah. Going back in, still maybe needs 1 more shard. Maybe it was 3.
Oh, he's just getting the fight out of the way. Now he's just going to go for the...
Yeah.
this way he can get out earlier. Oh, look, the first chest.
That works.
Yeah. Actually a really smart play.
Yep.
So he can just bail sooner.
Yep.
And now Oslodo is in go mode. Or in this flag stack, go punch mode.
Yep. Key for ADR.
Go ahead and stop him, Carnaria. I don't think they actually sell heal pots, so he's going to be kind of disappointed by this. Or he might be taking 2 more black mage. No.
Oof.
Yeah, I actually remember that they didn't sell heal pots, and now Oslodo's probably miffed.
I mean, I think you just go to the you go to Caravan here and hope for the best, because at least you know that shop exists.
Let's see. Stops into... No, he just goes for it. This is actually where that sticking the black mage in the front would be huge. Yeah. So, we have long Topher. If something goes wrong, you're gonna have a time.
Yeah.
Although that's a grind tile just in Topher.
It is. If things go south real bad.
That and save on game over, like, yeah. I'd take a zombie grind tile. I think Woobear's on his way to last location to loot, which that feels bad.
It does, but I mean, what can you do here? Like, he's making the correct plays, like we said. They're just not the right ones. You can't do anything about that. You see Earth 1, you know that item is pre-promo. or pre rod lock, you don't leave without checking. You see Ice Cave, you know there's an item here. It's random, but you don't leave without checking. Like it's bad order of checking entrances, and that's not.
Is
his
that the
fault.
incentive ribbon? Because that might say. Is there an incentive ribbon?
There is an incentive ribbon, but it is not
But-
the incentive one.
He's like, okay, I guess I'll keep diving.
I mean, yeah. At this point,
What else are
there's
you
something
gonna do?
here. There's something here. You know.
Yeah, he's probably gonna find a second ribbon, if we're being honest.
Probably because we found
power
the defense
bonk.
sword. Let's see. Is the bonk? The bonk is incentivized. White shirt also. We haven't seen the power bonk or the white shirt or the ribbon. Technically, you're correct.
Yeah. Let's see. Oslodo having to chug a bunch of heal pods so far. He is man-moding it.
So yeah, Softman, the power bonk is the it's the power gauntlet that you can use to cast Saber on yourself. We just affectionately in the community call it the power bonk because it's a bonk because you're bonking yourself.
Ooh, and there's the rod from Ice Cave.
Ah, man, that's just. Oh, we're gonna turn in this crystal too because why not? Hey, there's the power bonk, but we don't need that.
Yeah, you don't even need it, so you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
And the white shirt was found in Guy. Okay, Woobear found. He's on the right track now.
Yeah, he's here. This is gonna feel good. This is the danger of these flags. Like they're very well crafted. They do a lot of really cool things. But with 25 shards only needed here, this was gonna probably be a loot hunt more than likely. And he just routed different than everybody else.
Ooh, Kraken starting with a stun, good turn order. Oslodo conserves a lot of HP by not getting punched by Kraken.
Oh yeah.
But this...
That's a terrifying fight. That's a terrifying fight on this floor. Oh, and they ambush also. Oh dear.
He failed to run as well.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, this
Oh.
is bad. Oh! Oh, he got away.
An actually close call.
Yeah, wow.
Finally, the relevant text.
Yeah.
But that's gonna eat through like all of his heal pots.
Mm-hmm. It's a poison touch big punch.
Ooh, survive tornado low rolls.
That's a low tornado, yeah. So 3,600 damage. Down goes Tia too. How many heal pots left? 15. Just enough to get up to about 800 HP. 700 and change. Not full. Not even close.
But it is still a pretty good amount of HP,
Yeah.
and he has ruse.
Yeah, it's good. If we can get some good turn order here, this is going to be fine.
Is he just going to go speed and power? Yes, he is.
Zap turn one's pretty good. 9 hits, almost 1,000 damage. 12 hits.
Nuke!
Low roll, mid roll there. Another 1,000 damage, 10 more hits. Fire 2 is
very
good.
Ice 2 is great. This is
Yeah.
looking pretty good. Terminated.
Oh,
And
GG's.
Oslodo is the first one on stream to finish.
First place overall as well in the race room. Get your GGs out in chat for Oslodo, finishing with a race time.gg time of 52:38. GGs. That was a pretty light chaos, honestly.
Yeah.
Nice. That was on the lower end. That was about only 200%, give or take.
Alright, let's see. You want me to...
Yeah, you go ahead and do that, yeah.
Yeah, let's see if I can, like, find, like, the link and all that, like, do the things. Invite people.
Alright.
Copy that link. Yep, so give me just a second, I'll get Oslodo in here.
Alright, well, Admiral Tryhard there is doing that. We got triple runners here in Temple of Fiends, ADR and Dark Moon, almost holding hands, Pickles and Beer, a floor and a half behind them. This is going to be a photo finish here at the end for these three. feels like it's going to come down to who was on where on the encounter table here, because we got plenty of mages, we got plenty of punch.
Let's see here. I sent him the link to the setup room. Oh,
I think I see him. You want to grab him?
yeah. Yoink.
Yoink. We are joined in the booth by our winner on stream. Winner overall tonight, Oslodo. GG's.
Thank you. GG's. That was a moment. That was a clincher right there. The vampires, I was like, oh no, not like this. Please, not like this.
It's such a terrifying encounter on that floor.
The air floor in Topher is a lot scarier than people give it credit.
Yep.
I totally agree. And the fact that I went to Corneria thinking, okay, get your heal pots. There's no heal pots. Okay, well, I'm diving. I don't have time for this. And then to have Tia to have poison touch and then tornado, and then it's like, well, I don't have a lot of heal pots left.
Oh, so Carrie had first turn nuke.
Oh, she did. No, there goes Dark Moon's mages.
Yeah, bye, Dark Moon mages.
Well, I'm sure you guys saw the first turn nuclear from Lich that took care of my black mage.
Yeah,
I actually didn't. I think we were just yapping.
Yeah, it was. I was like, oh, I see Woobear just found it too.
Yeah, there's our only chance at 24 hits right there to see, though, unfortunately, for the rest of this Temple of Fiends, because the mages are all dead for Woobear and for Dark Moon. So 24 hits on carry, that's the most we're gonna see.
Yeah, I was hoping to show that off, but it was like, nope, it's not happening. I was really concerned because I went through and I either forgot to check it off or forgot what I had found in Mirage Sky, and I was like, well, if it's the loot or the key, this is my run.
Fortunately, it wasn't, though. That was you routed that very well. You got the canoe about Admiral, about 4 minutes after Woobear, but I think Oz was first to the floater.
The big thing, the hint giver saved me a lot of time, because as soon as he said Titans goes to the bottle, and bottle I found out went to the ribbon, I was like, well, I ain't going there. I thought that cost me the race, though, because I didn't know what side of Titans it meant. So when I saw LaFane, I was like, well, not going back there. And then I was like, no, it has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a moment.
Right.
Let's see. Woobear just casually feasting on 4 worms.
Yeah. Level 50, I'm sure, by now, by a mile. ADR first to pull Chaos. Dark Moon pulling Chaos. This was a pretty thin Chaos here. About 4,000. Okay, never mind. ADR just killed him.
Yeah, he didn't have much. He did have that nuke, though.
Yeah. And I guess ADR got a fast off there or something. That was 17 hits, I think.
Yep.
So a very spell-happy Chaos.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a thief, the pants are a little bit brown. But if you're a black belt, you have HP. You have big numbers.
Yep. And get your GGs out in chat for Dark Moon. Also making quick work of this paper Chaos. Let's see. ADR finished second on stream, third overall, with a time of 57:01. Finishing off stream and second overall. I think is that bin 2 all by themselves?
Here, I can do some bin calculations.
Yeah. Bin 2 is all by itself. It'll be 2 minutes after that, so you'll be at 56.
All right, so that racks with the solo bin 2 off stream with a time of 54:11. GG's to Rax. ADR, Dark Moon, and Woobear, all with times 57:01, 57:17, and 57:50, all bin 3 together, holding hands.
Yep. And yeah, that is a pretty quick end to this. Quick end to this race. Like, difference between the first finisher and the last person to finish was like 7 minutes.
Yeah, that was
that's less variance than some of the spoiler seed.
Yeah, that was a rather anticlimactic Temple of Fiends there, for sure. It's the great equalizer, but not this time.
I don't know about that, considering nuclear from Lich, nuke from Carry, nuke from Chaos. It just kind of played out real nice.
Yep, it was fine. It was the black belt made short work of everything. GG's Dark Moon.
Thank you.
GG's Dark Moon.
That reset that lost me the slab cost me like 2 or 3 minutes. That pissed me off.
Bomber.
Yeah, that's that. I had the slab. I thought I saved outside. I went and I checked. I'm like, wait, no. The nurse is at Melman. I need to go somewhere else. So I reset back to on-rack and apparently reset out of my slab. So
I did the same thing with my floater.
oh God!
Sorry, my airship. I had the floater, went there, got in the air, went to Gaia, found Gaia was absolutely useless. Gaia reset out and ended up. I was like, why am I back at Ordeals? Damn.
Yay! Everyone else in bucket with me. GG's.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
GG's, everybody. They're all in chat now.
Yeah, that's a pretty swole bin 3 right there.
Big bin 3.
That's pretty big. We got Demon Frog also finishing with a time of 58:44. I believe that's also good for bin 3. And I think is fried dough with the potato and all that. That's still bin 3 as well, right?
That's also bin 3. Yeah, 5 people in bin 3.
That's very swole bin 3 right there. That's
Big bin 3.
Even points across the board for 5 teams. It's got to feel pretty good for some.
Keeps it tight. I mean, we only have 2 more games until the end of the main round and into semis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So keeps it very tight.
Woobear and ADR also jumping in, like Tryhard said. GG's to both of you. Yeah, everybody finished at the same time, so we're not getting like a big chance to talk to everybody individually for a minute or two. The seed was kind at times, so let's start with Dark Moon because he was in here next. We talked to Osleto a little bit. Dark Moon, thoughts on the seed? How do you think that went?
Wasn't bad. I mean, having Kraken won that early meant that more than likely, even if you attempted it, you weren't getting the 4 shards, and you were going to have to double dip it because Kraken 1 is evil.
Mm-hmm.
And there weren't any good grinds in his dungeon, which kind of annoyed me because, like, the past few practices I did of this, there was a good grind there. So I could just grind up, kill Kraken 1, and if that had been the case, my whole seed would have laid out before me and saved a ton of time. Losing that slab sucked, but otherwise, this was fairly linear, fairly easy. I mean, it wasn't too bad to get where you were, and if you were just willing to skip the walk to Lefane and go straight to Cardia Grass, then you had your go mode and you could finish up.
Yeah, I think a few people took Kraken. A few people took Kraken, and then he sent everybody packing.
Yeah.
But so that was yeah.
Also not me. I died to Ghost before I got to him.
You didn't miss much, Woobear.
I also did not do Kraken. I was like, nope. I did the other thing. I went, grabbed everything out of Mermaids, went and grabbed everything on the other side, and then basically just found some ghosts and got myself killed and warped back between Topher and Corneria and walked away.
That was pretty much what my thought was I go kill Kraken, either I get the shards or I die, but it's faster than walking back out.
Sure is.
Oh, absolutely. And Lightning 3 is technically it's doable.
Yeah, technically, I mean, if he'd had some spells that he cast at me or some ink or something instead of just punching over and over, I would have had it. Got like 3 or 4 punches in on him. All he did was punch, and my black belt
he punched harder.
Yeah. I think you were 27 when you took him, Dark Moon. I think ADR took him at 28. So you guys were like well positioned with the plus 20% hit to do the job if he behaved, and he just did Kraken things and said, no, you can take these 4 shards and you can leave without them.
Yeah, he behaved like Kraken. So
Typical.
But saved the game armor, so not a big deal. So no, this was actually one of the better seeds. Like the fetch chain wasn't that bad. I think I've seen worse in the practice I've done. But
I think Woobear has some words.
Go for it.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. That fetch change was obscene. I was flying all over the place to get that floater. Then I did literally every other check in the game before finding loot. So go me.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Yeah, I'm not upset about it.
No, I mean,
it's the flag set.
Yeah, it's you were the first to the canoe, and then the last to the loot. Like it was a tale of a half hour. It just happens.
I'm not upset. Like, I'll do that routing every time. I just went for proximity and density, right?
Yeah, for sure. You see the dungeons like Ice Cave. You see pre-rod.
Like,
you're not leaving that
I
behind.
know there's an incentive here. There's no way you're gonna fade that.
Let's get right. I always go right to left in Cardia, so that was, not the play.
Just punished.
Yeah. So
no, I'm not upset. I'll take the big giant group in 3 with full clearing the entire seed.
Yeah.
Standings tightening up, like Darkmoon said. We got 2 races left this week, and we'll talk about standings in a little bit when we get near the end here. But let's get a little bit of thoughts here from ADR. What place did you get here? I'm sorry. Let me pull that up. You were third place overall.
Everyone was third place.
Yeah, everyone was third place. We were all bin 3. I just wanted to get correct who finished in what order. So GG's to ADR. Any thoughts on the seed or anything you want to share with us?
Oh, I felt it was a bit ridiculous when I had to jump from, what was it, Mirage back down and then up again to do the herb turn in. And like, oh, what? I didn't realize that shuffle chime was turned on. So I didn't go there until I'm like, what other options do I have? I guess I'll try it. Worst case to bounce off. But yeah, that shuffle key character and NPC turn in thing, that's a silly flag sometimes.
Yeah, definitely rude. With the Chancellor swapping spots with Dr. Un there.
Yeah.
My
At
other
least you
big
didn't have to
mistake.
Bahamut.
My other thing you might have missed if you blinked, but I went to a clinic to pick up the red mage to use as just an extra character, and I accidentally replaced the black belt. Had to reset out of that and bounced all the way back to the other side of the map.
We saw you pick up the red mage.
Careful about that.
Oh wow, we were wondering with the red mage pickup, and then we did not see the black belt reset though. That's unfortunate.
Oh well, it happens. I also checked the world map like 5 or 6 times because I just kept getting lost.
Yeah.
Well, let's toss it on over to Woo Bear then. I know you shared a few thoughts, but any thoughts you want to share here through the seed? Anything you want to talk about? Week 4 here, final race of before the semifinals. Anything you want to share?
No, pretty much what I already said. Also, not saying anything negative about the other flag sets, but this one felt like a Final Fantasy R flag set again, which was nice. Like had to worry about encounters and the fiends were there and stuff like that. So it was kind of refreshing to get back to that, which is cool.
I can see that. It kind of feels like a 2020 2021 era FFR flag set.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, the chain kind of sucked and for the floater there, and I had fun. It was cool. I like black belt. It punches.
Yeah, plus 20% hit was super juicy for everybody. We saw 12 hits by quite a few characters tonight. It was really cool.
Yeah, I did my grind up to like 38, 36, something like that. Then by the end, I was 50. And it's like, XP is just out of control.
Did anybody find a white mage by any chance?
Yeah.
Okay, where
I
were
didn't
they?
pick one, but
no, I
remember.
I know they had nuke magic, and I was like, ooh, that would be nice. And then the first place, black mage, fast level 1. Yeah, I'm just picking this up.
Yep, Ice 3, Lightning 3 fast. It's about as good as you're gonna. Well, it's out of nuke, but yeah, I was happy.
We were
I
saying
can't remember where I saw her though. She was somewhere.
Yeah. We were talking early on before you guys started that if she rolls into Canary, you just take 3 of them. And just,
absolutely.
Just whatever. We'll see what happens at that point. Yep, so 100%. Yeah.
That's just that's a repeat of race 3 week 1 all over again.
Very strong black mage, like you said. Fast level 1 is the best utility spell you can see in this flag set with a black belt. And then Ice 3 and Lit 3 gave you any kind of AoE that you really could expect. And then Sea Shrine right off the roll there. It was a no-brainer to do a lot of the plays you guys did early on. It was really well run.
Thank you.
Big shout out to that hint giver that told me what the bottle was.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only one I remembered to do, and it was the only one that was relevant. As soon as I got that bottle, I think in Earth Cave, I was like, "Oh, reset," or wherever it was.
Oh, I didn't even go there because Earth Cave was the other side of Titans.
Oh, I meant like the actual dungeon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The hint giver's like, the bottle is here. The bottle turns into the ribbon. I don't care.
Oh,
about
you get the hint where the bottle.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't.
I found the second hint and I was like, oh okay. Don't need to worry about that ever again.
Yeah, it would have saved me a couple minutes. Stupid, because it was on, of course, Vampire Floor.
Oh, was it?
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the vampires on Air Floor almost took me out of this race real quick. And then finding you only had 60-some heal pots going in and being like, well, Cornelia's not selling them.
I was the same. I was like, 60 heal pots? Hopefully good enough? Question.
I had 0 by the end of it, and it was Chaos did a zap, and then Chaos did a nuke, and it was 150 nuke, and I was like, okay, don't do that again.
I got worried because Chaos only punched me, and it wasn't
really?
It was like 200-ish damage, 250 Zapper. I was like, all right, maybe I should have bruised, but I was like, nah, whatever, whole day. I was hoping for like zaps and stuff like that, but no.
First turn was zap, then it was that low nuke, and then ice 3, and then he was dead. So it didn't
also,
matter.
I blinked and my party was dead on, I think, Carrie too. I think she zapped her
nuke.
Something. Nuke?
Nuke on Lich 1, or Lich 2, took out all the mages.
Well, no, Lich 2 had Lich 2 had nuclear. Carry 2, I think, had nuke.
Had the nuke. Okay, that's right. That's right.
I think mine died to Carry 2, but I just like because I looked at where the times were on the finishes, and I looked back, and I'm like, oh, I got a black belt only. Okay.
And let me tell you, Warmac was not fun in this seed when I found him. He was not with a level 36 black belt or something like that, and it's like 7 hits for 143. It's like, yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm leaving.
That's even with the crit rate being vanilla.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Nope. I'm getting out of here. I'm not doing this.
That's just really bad luck too, though. Like another punch, you probably get mostly crits and do all of the damage.
Yeah, but at that point, he'd already one shot at the black mage, and I was like, and he was had my black belt was on a knee, so I was like, you know what? No, we're just gonna leave. We're just gonna leave.
There's no reason to do Warmech in this. The XP is so juiced, you can kill anything.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I get.
Oh, C-Gaming finally invited me to the room.
Hey, we figured out invites together. Try Hard got the first one. I got the other couple ones out. We were figuring it out together.
All right. So, I have to say, excellent race by everyone.
Yes.
Surprised at how tight everything was. Like, again, even tighter than some of the spoiler seed races, which were... Ooh.
Yeah.
It's GG's to everyone. I'm just going to say this is your last chance to provide any thoughts. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up and send everyone home.
Yeah. Any final thoughts from any of the runners they want to share?
Well, did we want to discuss standings?
I was about to do that. I was giving you guys a chance to talk one last time. I see you had it pulled up as well. We're both clicking on cells in there.
Yep.
Let me tell you a little story about my whole life.
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
I got time.
So, final thoughts from anybody before I'll let Darkmoon take the standings thing here. He was very excited to do it. Anybody got anything else they want to share?
It was a fun seed. I remember I was one of the few people who ran the original one of these in Lefanian Ladder this year. So I knew what this could have been, and I'm glad it wasn't that.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to make sure you count the number of shards you have. When I killed Carrie, I was like, okay, I'm in Gomu. And then I was like, no, I need 1 shard. Well, let's hope that there's 1 in the armory. The first box I checked.
You're sharing too much. It looked like the most brilliant play of all time.
Yeah, it actually looked like the big brain strat because you can bail out earlier.
Yeah. Just
like the fact that I knew I needed 2 shards plus 2 boss kills, and I go into greater than less than, I get 2 shards, and I'm like, well, I'm done. Not even checking any more of those. We're out. No more. Because it's like you can fight the bosses, or you can try digging chests in like the greed areas of Sky, and the bosses are still just faster.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Cool.
Right, Darkmoon, standings, where are we at right now?
So we have 6 teams still in contention. Technically speaking, no one has clinched a berth yet, only because of the fact that there are 22 points on the table for 2 days that a team could theoretically score. And if one of the teams that's in contention right now, who basically has it locked up, decides just not to race for 2 days, then technically they haven't secured a berth yet. But Fist and Lithane Fluffy Guild are both out of contention at this point. They ran really well, and I know they're looking at probably having some fun playing the next 2 games anyway, for the hell of it. But they are out of contention. 6 are in. 3 have basically locked it down, but we're going to have to see how the next couple races go to make sure of that. But yeah, it's tight, and there's a 20-point spread between 1st and 6th place, and there's like a very tight, even tighter 10-point spread between 3rd and 6th place. So it really is still anyone's game right now.
Yeah, that's very, very tight right there.
Very tight.
The big one is like people fighting for that 4th place slot right now, because the difference between making it in top 4 versus being kicked out is 2 points.
Yeah.
It's 120 for Mole Boy down to 118 for Trash Island. any of them could do it, because all it takes is like one of them getting a first and one of them getting a fourth, and then everything inverts on them.
Yeah, this is really, shout out to Fist and Lefany and Fluffy Gill for racing. GG's. We hope you had fun. We hope that you continue to, participate and have fun with us. It was a great tournament for you guys, but that's really close for fourth place right there. That's there's a lot to race for in the next 2 races. That's going to be quite the watch.
Be good. So everyone, stay tuned for the next 2 games we have on the schedule. It's going to be FFR's own channel, probably FFR1, tomorrow at 10, and then Saturday is going to be RPG Limit Break for the final one. That one will be for all the marbles, because with how, as they were saying, with how close those last 3 teams are, like, that 4th place slot's going to go right to the wire. Yep. Cool. Well, I'm good.
Thank you. Tryhard, anything you want to share before I get us on out of here and get Speed Gaming back their channel on this blistering fast race by these runners tonight?
I think at this, I'm one of the teams that are eliminated at this point, so I'm just at the point where I'm tired.
Fall League is it's a grind, man.
I'm tired, and it felt bad because it was my race that took the team out of mathematical contention.
No.
It just feels bad. I don't care what you say. It just feels bad being that final straw, even if it didn't matter if that was. But, I'm tired. I'm gonna just
do it.
I'm gonna go get some food and go to bed.
All right. Well, thank you to Admiral Tryhard for joining me in the booth today. Fellison for tracking and doing more work than I was trying to track with us. Speed Gaming for allowing us to borrow their channel. Thank you very much to our 4 runners on stream, Ozlodo, ADR, Darkmoon, and Woobear. Thank you guys for the race. 2 more races to go in week 4. Semifinals for Fall League starts next week. Come watch the races. Come hang out with us. We got Duckling Rally coming up in a couple weeks or months. I'm not sure. My world is all crazy, but we got a lot of things going on. It's going to be a lot of fun here. Come hang out with us. FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. Really appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Thank you, chat. And with that, we're going to get on out of here. So ciao and chillax, everybody. Final Fantasy Randomizer fam. We gone.